Welcome to East Coast LP Reviews. Today, we're doing another whiskey examination. So we've been doing this for a good amount of time now. This is already like the 26th whiskey examination. I actually just added a playlist, so if you guys are interested, go and check out the playlist. Even if you listen to it podcast style on your headphones while you're working, we got that playlist going. And so we have another product tonight. We're trying to go over more of the bottom shelf stuff because they're always cheaper. We keep doing this every week, and we kind of just want to cover all grounds. We want to try to work our way up. We've had some pretty good products. Michter's Rye in the lead for number one. We just did the Crown Royal, the first Canadian whiskey. Now we're going to go back to bourbon a little bit, and today we actually have a wheated bourbon. Now this is called Rebel. Formerly known as Rebel Yell. There was a little bit.
I thought it was called Rebel.
Rebel. Yeah. So there was a little bit of controversy with the name, so they did have a name change. Not sure if this is being completely discontinued. They do have the website. The website still shows that it's available. But I did go to two different spots. One, they were completely out of the 750. They only had handles. And then I went to another store, and they actually had the 750. So before we get into all that good stuff, we do a 6-category rating system here. First, we like to talk about the aesthetics, which we go over the packaging and the color of the product, and all the information, mash bill, whether it was distilled by the actual distillery itself, or if it's like a source product, all that good stuff. The color of the whiskey, of course, comes into play. And then we go over nose, flavor, mouthfeel, finish, and value. Aesthetic and value at 10 points each. And then the nose, flavor, and mouthfeel, and finish, all value at 20 points each, all equaling 100 points in total. So this is a lot of fun. It's good discussion. We like to go around the panel and first talk about how much we paid for each product. And while we're going to start off with Bumpy, and let Bumpy go through and say how much he paid and what size bottle, I'm going to look up a little bit more information. I do have the website, but I'm going to try to find a specific mash bill. I'm not sure if there is one. But, Bumpy, what's up, man? What did you pay, and what size bottle you got?
I saved my receipt this time. I have a 750. Yes, I already opened it. I wasn't going to open it, but then Tanner started talking about doing a different whiskey, and I'm like, well, screw it. I already bought this. I'm opening it. Drink it. I paid, $19.99 for the 750.
Not bad.
Nice.
For 750?
Yeah.
What'd you pay over there, beer man?
I paid $18.95, and it can't be found anymore in this area. It was the last one.
So they might be getting rid of the product, but they
That's
do
what-
have
But
they do have a Rebel 100. They have a Rebel Rye, and they also have a Rebel 10-year.
they do have the rye at the store. Actually, I almost bought that. Yeah.
Maybe they're getting rid of the regular Rebel. I don't know.
The Rebel Rye was pretty good. I've had that.
Yeah. Yeah, my dad used to buy this all the time. It's like I said, it's a wheated. It's right along the same lines. It's supposed to be right along the same lines as like your bottom shelf stuff like Evan Williams, Jim Beam, and all that, but it's a wheated product. So what that means? What does that mean, Tanner? So technically wheated means that they replaced the rye in the mash bill. Sometimes you can have a 4-grain, or you can have rye and wheat, malted barley, and corn. In order to be a bourbon, of course, it has to be at least 51% corn. So you figure you're going to have at least 51% corn, and then you're going to have a good amount of rather wheat or rye, and then typically malted barley is the lower percentage one. This one, I believe, is a mash bill of corn, wheat, and malted barley. I believe there's no rye in it. I believe they're replacing the rye with the wheat. I'm on breakingbourbon.com. Usually this guy's pretty good. He says undisclosed, but it does includes corn, wheat, and malted barley, kind of what I said. There is no age statement, but I do have the website here, so let's pull it up. Check this out. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's the Breaking Bourbon one. And here we go. Here it is. All right. So it is 40% alcohol by volume or 80 proof. It says the original Mischief Maker, made from our time-honored recipe. This whiskey packs a punch with a defiantly smooth body and full flavor. Tasting with honey and butter hit the nose, then traces of raisin and a warm spice. Finish kicks things up a notch. Ingredients: corn, wheat, and malt. Awards: Platinum Medal, SIP Awards, 2018, San Francisco World Spirits Competition, 2016. Oh, and I didn't even say how much I paid. So I paid $16 for a 750. Like I said, though, this was the last 750. I went to 2 different stores. That the handle was 32. 750 was $16.99, and then no tax because in where I'm at, there's no tax in Rhode Island or Mass, which is pretty cool. Liquor, at least, we get taxed on beer in Rhode Island, not in Mass. So I've been driving over to Mass to buy some of my beer because you don't have to pay tax. On the back, we got Luxro Distillers, distilled and aged in Kentucky, bottled for Luxro Distillers, Bardstown, Kentucky. Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey gets its award-winning, defiantly smooth taste from a wheated mash bill. Worked for us in 1849, still works today. Check them out at rebelbourbon.com. What was I just trying to find? Oh, I believe this is owned by. So it says distillery, unknown or undisclosed Kentucky distilleries. So it is a source product with an undisclosed mash bill, no age statement. I believe it's owned by Heaven Hill. Let me see. While Rebel Yell Bourbon was sourced at Heaven Hill Distillery for the last couple decades, Luxco opened their own distillery in 2018. Okay. So Luxco Distillery is making their own distillate. So it is actually made by them, I guess. Who owns Lux Row? Is that their own separate?
I don't know.
Row Distillers, Ezra Brooks. With this location producing Rebel Bourbon, Ezra Brooks, David Nicholson. Oh, so Lux Row is their own distillery. Cool. Yeah, $16. We got a pretty, I mean, it's not super fancy, to be honest. I think it's the same bottle as the Russells, but has like a different engraving, of course. It's got that Lux Row Distillers.
Yeah.
On top, but it does.
That does make it look old timey, at least.
Yeah,
it looks almost identical.
it's pretty cool looking, actually.
It looks almost identical to the Russell's bottle.
For $16, damn. Seriously, looks cool.
I like the feel of the label. It's got that kind of grainy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of got like the old bootlegger style, like it's got like the badly cut kind of label at the top looking.
Yeah, I like that, man. It's cool.
I mean, if I saw this on the shelf, $16, doesn't look too bad. I mean, the color's kind of light.
Yeah.
I'm gonna crack mine open. I got a fresh bottle here.
Me too.
I don't. And I can tell you something. When I first popped this happened. There was that actually popped better than when I first opened the first one.
It's got a cork.
Mine didn't pop.
Yeah, yours made a little.
It just went.
Yeah. Yeah, when I first pulled mine, it didn't sound like anything. It was like so loose.
Here we go.
Yeah, that's exactly.
You're gonna wet it. Let's wet it.
Oh.
There you go.
A little bit better. Okay, that's better.
Very weird though. It's like a short cork. Why? It's like.
Yeah, it is.
It's a cork.
At least it's a real cork.
That smells decent.
Oh yeah. Did you eat it?
No. Let's pour it up.
All right, full glass.
Poured it.
Oh my god! It looks like it's pouring out like water. Holy crap!
It is pretty light.
It was like flying out of the glass. It was like Not much viscosity there.
It looks like that
Cheech.
mellow yellow stuff that
Going
you
on, bro?
brought before.
It does kind of look like the mellow yellow.
That's really light, dude.
Cheers, Cheech. Appreciate you, bro. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, it was flying out of the glass. 40%. This says
Definitely a honey, light honey.
Yeah, yes, it is like a light honey. It's a good description there. I mean, it's not bad. You can't go wrong. I mean, $16. So they're using American oak barrels, New Charter American oak barrels, in order to call it bourbon. Guessing it's not aged for very long, no?
No.
Was it 2 years? Yeah, 2 or 3 years is the minimum.
Nope. No age statement. I don't even think it's that long.
For bourbon? Or this bourbon?
We look this up all the time, too.
It's got decent legs.
I always forget it because it's a very specific.
4 months?
What'd you say?
God, that's impatience. Okay, we're done.
Straight bourbon. Oh, so straight bourbon is the only exception here, which requires 2 years of aging. So that's straight bourbon is what we have.
2 years, okay.
So it has to be at least 2 years. But if you call it a regular bourbon, I don't think it has to have an age statement. Or just bourbon in general. That's why I said it's very specific.
The legs come down very slowly. So
Yeah. It's still it looks very watery.
Yeah.
It's got a very liquidy viscosity. I mean, as far as aesthetics, I think I'm gonna go just a little above average, maybe like a 6. What do you guys think?
I had 6 as well.
I think 6 works.
I'm gonna go 6.
6, 6, 6.
Not trying to follow y'all, but I think
Yeah, I'm not lying either. I had 6 written down. So
yeah. You guys want to go for the nose on this?
yeah, no. Let's skip right to the mouthfeel.
Ooh, the malt is coming through. It's got like that green apple kind of malt nose.
Yeah, it's kind of. And it almost smells like stale, a bit like stale cat urine or something too.
there's a bit of alcohol. Or
You guys, yeah, there's a. Have you guys ever smelt corn whiskey, like moonshine corn whiskey, like the mellow yellow kind of?
Well, no, I've had authentic like moonshine because it was illegally made at somebody's house.
It's kind of got that light, kind of like, kind of got that light buttery corn kind of aroma.
does have a corny thing for sure.
Yeah.
It's not too.
Touch of caramel and vanilla in there.
It's not whiffy. It's not like it's not gassy with like fumage through my nose.
I'm getting ethanol.
Or ethanol, yeah. I'm not getting that. So I'm getting it, but not. It's not like going up my. You know what I mean? Like I've had some with you guys that are like, whoa.
Some of the chars coming out.
Sweeter. It's a sweeter alcohol.
Sweeter, yeah, a little sweeter.
Some of the char and the oak coming a little bit more prominent. Getting a little bit more of that barrel.
A little bit of the barrel coming through.
Yeah,
which adds a touch of vanilla to that corn.
Honey vanilla too.
Maybe a little floral.
It's kind of got that honeycomb cereal thing going on.
I can actually stick my nose in this. Maybe a little nail polish remover.
Beerman, you fill that thing up, huh?
Yeah, I went too high.
That's the little one, though, right?
Yeah, it's a little 2-ouncer. Ounce and a half.
No, I like it. I think it's very light, inviting. Once you get past the ethanol, it is kind of like you get a little like honeycomb cereal, kind of cereal grain, corny, light hints of vanilla, caramel, and oak.
I get bleach, and it's because I bleached my floor last night.
That's not good.
Damn it. No, that apple's coming through definitely. A little apple honey kind of thing.
Nice. Nice, Shane. Shane said, I just picked up a bottle of Luxrose Rebel Distillers Collection Weeded Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. It was a store pick from Ace Liquor Store in Cabot, Arkansas. 56.5, 113 proof. Sounds good. I heard the Rebel 10 year is really good. Yeah, like I said, it's actually after you get past the ethanol, the nose is actually kind of impressive for a $16 bottle.
Oh, I'm getting that vanilla now, dude. Yeah. A little vanilla.
What do you think, Bubby?
I think it's time to drink.
You want to drink it? Let's drink it.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers, guys. Oh, it's like water, dude.
That goes down really light. Yeah. It's not even burning hardly.
It's not even burning yet, dude. There's
it doesn't taste terrible. It's just not even. It's not. Yeah.
That is so subdued.
Yeah. You get that slight pepper kind of burn, but it's like really light.
It's got it's strong corn and wheat. It definitely tastes the wheat.
Are you guys getting apricot? Or like
I'm getting a fruity thing going on. I'm getting like a dried fruit kind of.
That dried fruit, yeah.
Dried fruit combined with
I can see the apricot.
I like the
a little apricot, yeah.
I like the touch of oak on the back end. You get like a touch of drying. There's hardly any spice. Kind of wish there was more spice out of it. The finish is a little.
There's a bit of spice.
There's a little.
I mean, my lips are starting to chap, and they definitely burn my lips.
Really? This is super thin.
It definitely is. It is thin compared to what I've had with so far.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to drink in a dangerous way.
It's kind of got that Irish vibe to it, doesn't it? Where it's kind of fruity, malty, thin, lightly flavored from the barrel. It's kind of got a lot of the grain-like qualities, like the moonshine grainy kind of like qualities. Like Bobby said, you're getting a lot of like the cereal and possibly the wheat, maybe a little bit of that malted barley.
Yeah,
the sweet's kind of sweet. Wheat has a sweetness,
but it doesn't like have a ton of stuff going for it. You know, there's like
that's what I'm saying. It doesn't really. It's got more of like a It's got more of like a pure distillate kind of flavor. There's really not much influence from the barrel.
It's kind of like here's the grains, and here's a little bit of wood.
Very lightly charred, probably barrel too.
Not super complex at all.
No.
Corn definitely there though. I get the corn for sure. Definitely a corn thing. The wheat kind of follows.
I think as far as like a you know what's crazy though? You think about the fact that Weller is a wheated bourbon, Larceny is a wheated bourbon. What would you guys say? How would you compare the regular Larceny to this?
I think I think the nose on this may be better than the Larceny, but I think that the flavor of the Larceny was a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Larceny was just better product overall.
Yeah, I agree. That had more sting, a little cinnamon, that. This has just very light, watery.
Yeah.
You got to pick out the flavors. They're there, but they're more subdued.
Yeah.
If you were like a college kid, I mean a 21 plus college kid, right? Or you're super new into bourbon, you're super new into whiskey, and you want to buy a bottle that you can try to get yourself into, but you could also just dump into a bunch of Coca-Cola. This is not, it's not terrible. The flavor isn't bad. Like you get a lot of the neutral grain spirit like flavor, like the barrel influence isn't very prominent, but it's
But
not.
we're not sitting here saying I'm getting chocolate.
At least it's not offensive
Yeah.
though. At least Bumpy's not getting clay.
No, I'm not getting clay. I'm getting corn. I'm getting the other C word.
Crap.
Chocolate. Chocolate. Oh wait, you said no chocolate.
Chlamydia.
Whoa. Yeah, it's I mean it's very light. It's a little fruity. Like I said, you get a lot more of the Nutri-Grain like spirit. But what do you guys think? What do you think as far as more flavor notes? What are you guys picking up on?
Just that apricot.
Maybe like a damp A like flavor. Like it's almost like a mildew type thing starting. Like I said, I could kind of smell, and the aroma is almost like a stale cat piss, and it's coming through like some type of like there's something like the wheat was not right, almost like it's sour mashed, but it's not.
Take a big gulp of it.
Yeah.
Take a big, strong gulp of it, like almost like a shot. Like take that down and swish it in your mouth. It's a bit different.
You get more of the spice.
And more of the spice burns the top of the tongue.
It's almost got like a Scotch quality to it.
Not as dry though. Scotch seems a little more drier, I think.
Yeah, but the Scotch usually you get that malt. The malt's more prominent when you take a big sip.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they're not using much wheat.
Does it say the percentage?
No, they don't tell you. But it seems like there's a little bit more of a corn to malt ratio rather than wheat. Because like wheated, you usually get you get kind of like a little bit more of the dried fruits. You get a little bit more of that, maybe like start to turn into that cherry note.
Yeah.
Typically.
I mean, I could have like 3 shots of this, and I'm fine. A lot of it.
40%. I mean, I put that back. That you told me to take a big sip, and I finished what I had, and it really wasn't offensive. But I got a little bit more spice. I got a little bit more of the stringency. A little bit more of the oak comes out. But yeah, as far as like any rich, decadent flavors, I'm not really getting too much of that. Like I said, it's very neutral grain spirit forward with the corn and the malt. I can see the sweetness shining through a little bit from the wheat. Honey is definitely a very prominent note in this with me personally. It's not terrible. It's not crazy good. I mean, as far as flavor, you really imagine buying Evan Williams or the Bottle and Bond, comparing this as far as flavor. Same price range. Of course, Evan Williams.
For the nose,
much more
for the nose. I'm gonna give this a 14. That's where I'm at.
I'm going 10.
Really?
Yeah, because I think it might be the bleach that's disturbing some of my smells, so I can't really. It's not really fair to Rebel.
I'm gonna meet you guys right in the middle. I think. Actually, I'm gonna go to 13. I'm gonna go to 13. I was gonna say 12, but I'm gonna go 13 because I'm getting that kind of honeycomb like aroma that I'm really enjoying, which I don't typically get with many whiskeys. Yeah. The last one that I think I got that honeycomb note with was maybe one of the Willet products, I think. I know I got it in the Best Friend Bourbon, which was a Mythology, like $55 product. But yeah, that honeycomb note is kind of standing out. Yeah, nose, I mean, it's not super crazy. It's a little bit better than it's very subdued and laid back. You also got to remember it's 40%, so this is like bare minimum. I don't think bourbon can be anything lower than 40.
I'll boost mine up to 11 because I do like that vanilla kind of came through actually a little more. A little vanilla, a little bit of apricot-y.
Yeah.
So I'll go up to 11 just to be nice.
The cap comes off way too easily.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Flavor, where are you guys at?
Flavor? I don't know. I think it's maybe like a drinkability thing. I'm digging the flavor. I think it's not bad. You have Larceny at 13 for flavor. This I'd probably go a little bit less than the Larceny. Definitely, I think I like the nose more. The flavor is very, like I said, it's very neutral grain spirit kind of forward. I'll let you guys go. What do you think, Bumpy?
Well, I went first for the other thing, so.
Bumpy. Beer Man, what do you think?
I went with a 12 for the flavor.
I can see that.
It's just subdued, but I did like that, like I was saying, the apricot, a little vanilla, a little bit of woody. It's just so light. It's really hard to pick out stuff.
Yeah.
So
yeah. This one reminds me a lot of like the Crown. So
yeah.
I'm going to give it the same flavor score at 9.
I feel like the Crown had a harsher flavor profile.
Crown was sweet. Ay.
I gave the Crown a 12 as well, so I mean, that's the difficult part about it. It's like you can give something the same number and have a completely different explanation.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think 12 is fair. Mouthfeel is like, it's like an 8. This thing's like water.
Yeah.
It's super, super light. If you figure, like I said, you could pay $15-$20 for an Evan William. You're going to get that 43.86 proof. Or even the bottled and bond. Like, I think you probably paid the same price as you did for the bottled and bond for this, right, Bumpy?
For the Evan Williams?
Bottled and bond, the white label, was, I think, probably like the same price.
Yeah, I think I got a handle, though.
Oh.
So I didn't pay the same price. It was like 30 cents.
Yeah, you got the big bottle.
No.
Yeah, the mouthfeel is very lackluster. I mean, I might even go 9 just to give it that one extra point because I don't want to knock it too hard.
I want 7.
I think it's more
I can see you. Yeah, I can see you at 9 for the.
That was a 7.
7, Beer Man?
Yeah.
This is going to be worse than Crown Royal.
Might. Finish ain't bad.
Yeah, finish was bigger on mine for sure. I like how it. I don't know. I just like it wasn't too spicy or hot, or I just went 9 on my finish.
No, that's the thing though. Like with the mouthfeel, like I said, you gotta take into play that. Yes, it's kind of thin, but it's pretty crushable.
Yeah, it is.
These pretty quick, and it can get a little dangerous because it is 40%. Remember that. We're so used to drinking these higher end whiskeys now. You guys are pretty much not new anymore to this stuff.
The fruit came out in the finish quite a bit, I thought. That's why I kind of liked. I don't know. I brought up the score a little bit more than the mouthfeel because there's a nice little fruitiness.
Would you agree, though? Let's say as far as like distillates in general, spirits in general, 40%. Let's say like compared to like a tequila, a rum, a gin, brandy, cognac. This is pretty crushable.
Oh fuck yeah, dude!
You do like a shot of this, you're chilling. You know what I mean? You're not gonna be like you're like Bumpy does. How does it go, Bumpy? Yeah, if you're doing shots of this, dude, I mean, I don't think it would be that bad. Like if you and your buddies wanted to do shots of like a cheap bourbon, these would go down pretty easily.
Yep.
Or even if you just wanted to sip on it, I mean.
Yeah, but how would they come back up?
And if you dump soda in this, I feel like this flavor is just gonna be completely washed out.
Oh yeah, it'll just get alcohol.
Maybe that's something that people like though.
Right.
Like if you were to do a 2-to-1 ratio of Coke and Coca-Cola and this, it would just taste like straight up Coca-Cola.
Wouldn't that washes out the alcohol though, right? It loosens it. So
you know what it is? You know what I noticed? When you do like Coke and whiskey, the only thing that I really notice a lot of, it turns into like a flat soda, kind of.
Mm.
It totally cuts through the carbonation.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's $16. You can't go wrong though.
Yeah, right.
Compared to my days where I was buying E&J and mixing it with Coca-Cola, that was pretty rough. You guys remember E&J brandy?
No.
No? You guys never drank that?
No.
What about the flavored UV vodka? We used to buy the worst stuff you could buy, bro. We used to get like UV cake and like UV whipped cream vodka and mix it with Sprite. Oh my god, it was terrible. Stomach
turning and all,
It was like the sweetest concoction of alcohol you could think of.
Yikes.
But to kind of work off of that, this I feel like it wouldn't be too sweet. It would kind of cut back the sweetness from the Coke. You know, if you were to use this as like a cocktail mixer. You can make pretty strong drinks. I mean, you can make a good amount because you're probably going to have to use you're not using a barrel proof, you're using 40%. So if you did a good sized glass, you could probably chill on it for a little bit.
Mm.
It's not like 50% and you only need a little splash, but.
Right. Wonder what water will be like with this. Let's see. To water even more dough.
Yeah, right. I actually don't have water tonight. I have some in the fridge, but
I've got pizza.
I have water in the fridge. I just don't feel like going to get it. Yeah, mouthfeel 9. What do you guys think for the finish? The finish is just like
the finish. I'll give it a 12.
A little bit of that spice, you get a little bit of that astringency. It's just like super laid back and
yeah. I'll put mine up to a 10. I went to 9. I'm gonna go 10. I kind of like the finish of it.
What did you say, Bumpy? What was your finish?
I said 12. It's not too bad. I mean,
I think I might be there with you. Definitely
dangerous.
As far as flavor compared to finish, I'm getting more spice.
It's got a linger. It does have a lingering kind of like the spicy type note burn a little bit.
Excuse me. Becoming a little bit more prominent. I'll go 12.
It kind of carries away from that corn flavor that's right up front.
I'll match you. I'll match you with the 12. What do you think, Beer Man?
I went with a 10 for the finish.
Fair. Any reasoning or?
I kind of want to know it's there. I didn't really I almost would have wanted that spice, to be honest, even though it gets a little hot going down with some of those. Like the last one was real hot, but this one, I don't know. It's easier to drink though, and it's like you said, dangerous as hell. So
yeah,
there were some flavors though that came out. The finishes, like the fruits and the little bit of the woody and the vanilla kind of comes through. The little spice comes through, kind of lingers around, like Bumpy was saying. Yeah, so I mean that's good. I could have gone 12. I'm gonna stick with 10 though, but Yeah.
No, that's fair. I can see what you're saying for sure. Bumpy, wait, beer man, did you have an open bottle?
No, I opened it today. It was closed.
Beer man, oh my god, Bumpy, you had the already open
Yes,
bottle.
Alex.
Do you feel like yours has changed at all?
I think I noticed like less cat urine now that it's sat for a couple of days being opened.
See, I don't get that. I don't get
Or
no
just
cat.
one day. I opened it just yesterday, so
Do you think that's the ethanol doing that? It's probably the ethanol.
yeah, I think it's something to do with the wheat too.
Yeah, but it's probably like an ethanol thing because if you think about it, that's like a pneumonia kind of aromatic
Maybe.
you're getting,
Yeah.
which could be associated with the ethanol as well.
Yeah.
But,
Or not flavor. It was a loose cap. But I mean, it is an alcohol. That's not liquor. It's not a beer.
yeah.
Oxidation might
You
be
can
all
even take into consideration that this has an actual cork on it.
It does oxidize. It just gets it takes a lot longer with
It takes a long, long time, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's why they say I've been watching podcasts and stuff, and a lot of people are saying that like, if you have a bottle of whiskey and it's got like this much in it, you should probably just drink it.
Huh.
Because it's going to aerate, and it's not going to be as good as it is if you let it sit.
That makes sense.
That's speculation, though.
It's got all that air above it.
No one's actually proved it. I'm assuming no one's actually proved it. It's just speculation, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, overall, this so far, I know we're moving on to value here shortly. This so far, I mean, it's not a bad product. It does seem like, who knows, maybe it might be discontinued in the near future, and maybe they'll just kind of focus on some of the other stuff like the 100 proof and the rye. Maybe they're just going to go straight up 100 proof because it seemed like that's kind of what they were. Whew, excuse me. It seemed like that they were kind of, at least for the variety that I was looking at the store that I went to, it seems like they're going to possibly stop selling the just the 750 at least. Maybe they're just going to focus on the handle. I don't know if maybe that was just the store that I went to in general, but or maybe it's just maybe they're discontinuing the Rebel, just straight Rebel. I don't know. Like we said, they had a name change, and then some people are having trouble finding it. So I mean, overall, I think as far as value for what I paid, I would say that this is definitely pretty solid. What do you guys think? What do you think based off of what you guys paid?
Well, I mean, I paid the most. It was only like $1 more than Beer Man, but I gave it a 7 just for the overall of how much I'm appreciating drinking it. I'm at a 7 for value.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I actually went a 9. I know the flavors are all like low on my scores and stuff, but I don't know why. Just the value overall, 16, 17 bucks. A nice bottle. It's not a bad drinker. It's just lower scoring, because of the viscosity and the flavors, the overall complexity. Everything's off a little more mixy mixer kind of liquor or something. It doesn't seem like it's a good one on its own to sip.
Yeah, it seems like you probably would want to.
But overall, I think a 9
make a cocktail with this.
Yeah, sure.
I think as far as value for me, I'm like right around where like Bumpy's at with the 7. If you think about the price range, $16. I paid the least. There's actually a lot. I'm gonna name it. I'm gonna name it right now. So, regular Evan Williams, you can buy cheaper, higher proof, more flavor.
Well, that makes sense. Actually,
in that aspect, though, if you didn't want that super dominant bourbon flavor and you just wanted kind of like a little bit of that whiskey influence, maybe you might want the Rebel a little bit more. But if you want a little bit more bourbon to shine through, you can have the Evan. Four Roses, right around $20. Look at the Old Overhaul. The Old Overhaul was pretty cheap too.
That tastes better than this.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right, I'm going down to 7 on value. Sorry.
What else? Jim Beam. $20 maybe. Right?
Yeah.
Acres is kind of expensive. Not really the same. Wild Turkey, 81. Come on. $20, right? Around there. That's like, I'd rather drink Wild Turkey over this all day. And it's 81 proof. Think about that. 1 proof higher in the amount of flavor off that Wild Turkey compared to this.
Right.
Just saying. What else? And there's a couple others. I
think you proved your point, Tanner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to think of some other brands that are in that $20 range. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. I say as far as value, I think I'm gonna do like a 6. 6 out of 10. Definitely a little bit better than average. It's a very nice introductory weeded bourbon. Just to kind of get you into that. Somewhat, I don't know. Weeded bourbon is it's different. This I feel like it doesn't have as much wheat as some of the others. Like I said, the dried fruits is a little bit more prominent.
Yeah, the cherry, the cherry's not there either.
Not there, yeah. Larceny, Weller. How does
Maker's Mark?
Jason Cleveland? How does MRT Lee compare to E.H. Taylor in your opinion? See, that's the thing, Jason Cleveland. I've never had E.H. Taylor. I've never had any of them. I got Elmer T. Lee right there. Speaking of bottles that need to be killed, there's like nothing in there. But then I also have the full one over there. So I do have another full bottle.
You might as well just open that up and drink it now.
Yeah.
The other one, the E.H. Taylor. That bottle's actually worth some money.
Genius guy, you Bumpy.
No,
crazy
drink
man.
The rest of the one in that bottle now. Not open up.
Get rid of it, Tanner. Drink it down.
Eventually I will. Stuff like that. That's not open. It's not going to be sold secondary. I'm not going to sell it to anyone. It's going to be opened on a day that I feel is special enough to open it.
Right.
My brother, if say one of my brothers, has a wedding or a holiday, Christmas, something like that. I don't know, just a special occasion. I like to have whiskeys that are for special occasions. I think that's pretty fun. Cheers, Angie.
Whole day without being a nerd. Time to celebrate.
So yeah, I'm gonna go 6 out of 10. This
right.
This ain't looking so good. This might be pretty low.
No. Yeah.
But it's been a good drink, though. I mean, it wasn't a bad suggestion. It's totally like
bye, man.
He'll be back, I'm sure. Yeah, it wasn't a bad suggestion, I think, in my opinion. I think there he is.
Damn it.
I think it was one of the ones that we possibly just needed to address. I know that there's people out there that will appreciate the fact that we're going over all these kind of bottom shelf whiskeys.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that are kind of getting into it. Whiskey's just been kind of getting a little bit more popular.
Yeah.
I think it went kind of in order: craft beer, then bourbon. Now tequila is like on the rage, but I still feel like a lot more people are getting into bourbon and whiskey and stuff.
Yeah.
And the more we cover the bottom shelf things, I think we're doing a good service because.
And the Rebel Rye 100 is a lot better than.
I've had that. I'm pretty sure I have a video on my channel for that one.
Yeah, that one's pretty flavorful. I bought that a couple times.
What is that?
The price is not bad, and it's
okay.
Probably like $20 range, $20-something.
Yeah, I think it's like $24 or something.
Just a few bucks more. That's not bad.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now. So on my channel, I reviewed this bourbon, the one we have in front of us, 6 years ago.
Oh, this
Yeah.
one we're doing today.
And then they had a small batch reserve. I reviewed that 3 years ago. A small batch rye, I reviewed that 6 years ago, and those are the 3 that I've reviewed. But yeah, you don't see that small batch rye and that small batch reserve anymore. Those were pretty good value as well. Those are right around the $20-something range. Small batch, I think, was a little bit higher in proof. 45.3%, 90.6 proof was the small batch. And then the rye was small batch rye was 45%, 90 proof. So you got a smaller batch and you got a little bit higher proof for probably a little bit more money. But I think those variants are completely discontinued.
Okay, so I was wrong. It wasn't the Rebel Rye 100 that I had. It was just the Rebel straight rye. But it is a higher proof because it's 45% alcohol, so it's a 90 proof. And it was it's $28.
Yeah, let me show you guys this really quick.
More.
Look at the difference of the label. You guys see the label? Rebel Yell Bourbon, 1.5K views 6 years ago. You see the difference of the label? It kind of had that Buffalo Trace looking label.
Oh, yeah.
See it?
Oh. Well, okay.
Pretty cool. Well, yeah. I think maybe we can tally up our scores and get an average here and see where this is averaging out at.
All right. I already did round up my score. And I can tell you, my score came out 1 point less than what I had scored Crown Royal. I didn't think that was possible. It came out to a 57.
I gave my Crown Royal 63.
Oh.
What do you got over there, man?
I got a 53 out of 100 overall.
53.
Yeah. And I don't know where my other papers are.
I got a 58. 58 out of 100.
It's going to be like a 55.
So we're at 58 plus, what were you, Bumby?
57.
57 plus 53. Divided by 3, 56.
56.
Is that I wonder if that's
the new low.
Is that the new low?
Yeah.
Dang.
What was the lowest before that?
Crown Royal.
Oh, Crown Royal was the lowest?
Yeah. We're getting worse and worse.
Getting worse and worse. Crown Royal is 59 out of 100. Going down 56.
That's right.
Well, yeah. 56 out of 100. Not bad. Like I said, it's cool to kind of just cover all the a lot of the bottom shelf stuff. You know, it helps us save some money, and because we do this every week. And of course, you know, we'll dabble in maybe the more expensive brands. You know, for $30, $40. I try to make it as easily accessible for people to come up here and hang out with me and do these reviews. So I try to look for affordable products that are readily available to multiple people to try to get as many people up here. If you're not able to make a show one week, you know, don't feel bad. Like I said, $16 for this. That was definitely helpful for me because, you know, like I said, doing this every week, it does get a little expensive. Next week, we do have this. I have already purchased it for once, and we already know what it is for once. Wow, this is definitely a first because we're usually like, what the heck do we do the next week? So next week, we're going to be doing Evan Williams 1783.
Yeah. And Wednesday, I'm usually texting you going, what the hell are we doing?
Yeah. So now we all know 1783 small batch, 90 proof. So look out for that.
Wait, was that Evan Williams?
Evan Williams, 1783. Not to be confused with Remy Martin, 1738.
Well, can't we just do that Jefferson one again?
Jefferson.
The small batch that we did, 17, whatever it was.
Oh, 92. 1792? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah,
Let's just do that again. That was pretty good.
That was a good one. Bumpy and Beerman, you guys got any shout outs for your channel, shout outs for other people? And then, I'll do some shout outs and we'll wrap this examination up. Thanks for being here, guys.
Hey, thank you. Oh, yeah.
What you got, Bumpy?
They changed things on YouTube. You can't see where your subscribers are anymore.
Where's my subscribers?
They're gone.
All my subscribers are gone. Yeah. Geez, check out Ridgeopolis. Over at Ridgeopolis. Really good at giving descriptors, and he's got some good fun on his channel when he's doing his reviews. He does love his IPAs, so if you are like into a lot of IPAs and stuff, definitely watch his stuff. He's getting a lot of decent IPAs from throughout the country. And then that's Ridgeopolis Beer Reviews. And then on my channel, I got a couple beer reviews I'm trying to put out a week. Put out one today, and it was on vitamin C. And then I have one coming up this Wednesday. That I forgot what brewery it is, but whatever. It'll be on a Wednesday. I also got some frozen pizza reviews that I do on my channel. So try to put out one of those a week if I can. That's a little bit more difficult than doing a beer review because, well, I mean, there's cooking involved. There's prep work. But also, I'm probably full already because I'm sure I've eaten throughout the day. So sometimes it's just I'm too stuffed and I wouldn't really enjoy stomaching a pizza. So I'll put those out when I can, but I am trying to do it at least once a week. But sometimes it's every other week. So cheers.
Cheers, Bobby.
Cheers, Bill. Man, I'm just gonna mention anything because I have no idea. I usually get the help from YouTube. But I'll just mention episode 6. No, I don't want to do that. Nope. That kind of bored me. I'm not gonna say anything though. Saw this person last night and I got bored. Damn it. All right. Let's just go with a beer a day with TK. Cool dude. Always with his other guy. The last thing they did was 5 hours ago was a Hanger 18 coconut porter from Toxic Brew Company out of Dayton, Ohio. They basically just do reviews, but very cool guys. You guys are probably already subbed to them, of course. But there you go. Beer Cheese Tuesday, 8 o'clock Eastern. And then All Spun Out will be definitely going on this time. So bring what you had before or bring something new, I guess. And sorry for miscommunication on that. I should have probably posted that in the back. But we'll definitely be flying with that at 6 o'clock Eastern. I'm not going to be brewing anytime soon, but I will be racking this Westie soon. So I'm going to send the Kolsch and the Westie together, I think, to some various people. So, yeah. I got Rod J. Rod J wants some of my beers, so I might send him some. That'd be kind of cool to send him that. But thank you, man. Cheers. Oh, yeah.
Cheers.
Awesome, bro. All right. Yeah, cheers to you guys. Like I said before, wouldn't be the whiskey examination if you guys weren't here to do it with me. Overall, with the Rebel Bourbon, unfortunately, this one's dead last, but that's okay. Hopefully hopefully, this is informational for people, and you guys will know, if you listen to our opinions, whether you'd like the product or not. So that's kind of what we initially try to shoot for, is to just help people purchase stuff that's worth purchasing, and spend their hard-earned cash on what they should purchase spend their money on. And hopefully you guys take our opinion and use it to buy some good products and enjoy whiskey just like we're enjoying it. So yeah, next week, like I said, we're going to be doing the 1783 Evan Williams small batch. Look out for that. Should be fun. Evan Williams and the Ball and Bond didn't do too bad. Ball and Bond, I think, did a little bit better, of course. Ball and Bond is actually a really solid product for the money, for sure. This one's a little bit lower. Ball and Bond's 100 proof. This one's 90 proof. This is a small batch. That's aged for 4 years. I think these are right around the same price, to be honest with you. I think the small batch and the Ball and Bond white label is right around the same price. White label nowadays, I think, is a little harder to come by. It used to be a lot more popular. But yeah, it's starting to dial back on how easy it is to find. It used to be everywhere.
We're doing the Evan Williams eggnog, you said, right?
Yeah. You can find that. That's from Christmas time. But yeah, other than that, shout outs from me. Look out for more Rate That Beers. Of course, we're going to be doing this whiskey examination 8:30 p.m. Eastern time next Monday. Rate That Beer / maybe possibly examination on something 7 p.m. Eastern time Monday. So I do at least one beer show on Monday and one whiskey show on Monday. So look out for that if you want to join. Of course, nobody's obligated to join, but appreciate you guys being there, hanging out. Once again, shout out to Speakeasy Podcast. Help them get to 1,000 subs. They're at 996. They were at 995 last time I looked, so maybe we helped them get a sub. They need 4 more subs to hit that 1,000. I know it's a milestone for a lot of people, so go help them out. John and Ken, 2 really cool guys from New Jersey, who also share a passion for whiskey and beer. And then let's see. Let's look through this. Go check out my brother's music video, Mike Diaper. MicDiaper. He actually just came out with a new song, Feel the Grass. So yeah, my brother makes music, if you guys are interested.
Yeah.
Who else? One more person. Let's shout out one more person. Short Style Beer Reviews with Sam. He was commenting in the chat earlier. Awesome beer reviews from a guy from Australia. Go check him out. Sammy's a cool dude. Short and Stout Beer Reviews on Instagram as well. Also check out Philly Crooker 87 on Instagram. That's Josh over there, Last Beer. And yeah, shout out to you guys, Bumpy Road Brews, Beerman. Definitely go check both these guys out. Great beer reviews, very knowledgeable. Getting into whiskey. You guys enjoying your whiskey journey so far?
Yeah, it's been fun. I enjoy it.
Hell yeah. I didn't expect that to come out of whiskey. All right.
I got a lot of bottles, but hey, that's cool.
Yeah, and making a nice little collection for yourself. Oh, I know. I went and got 2 more. I got the Rebel and the 1783. I got freaking
Yeah.
I do need 1 more White Dog mash bill number 1 Buffalo Trace, so I can do my barrel aging. That would be a fun video.
Nice.
You need 5 pints or 4.5 750s to do a barrel. Yeah, and then
what's the one with the horseman on the top, the little metal horseman dude?
Oh, that's Blanton's.
Okay, Blanton's. I want to get that. I want to find that.
They're harder to find. Sometimes you might pay secondary market.
Oh, okay.
They're supposed to go for like $60. Sometimes people will charge like 120.
Wow.
If you go to the thing in September, I'm gonna bring some cool stuff.
When?
Yeah. When we go to the thing in September, I'm gonna bring some cool stuff. I'm thinking about I want to bring the 107, and then I was gonna bring the Eagle Rare Store Pick and maybe a Blanton's. So I'll just bring those 3. That'll probably be cool, and that'll last us. It's only a weekend, you know.
So my work has I got about $65 coming to me, and she's been enjoying buying liquor for me because it's just right down the hill where our shop is, and she just can walk there with me and go pick out whatever I want. So what do you suggest for a $65 bottle of bourbon or whiskey?
Oh,
That
something
would
more
be
expensive.
appropriate. Yeah.
Maybe something like try to get a store pick. Get like a store pick of something
Okay.
if they have them. Mythology's really good, right around $50 range.
What's Elijah Craig? What's their price ranges and stuff like for the
Elijah Craig? You might be able to find out. The small batches are right around $60-something bucks.
Oh, really? Okay.
I mean, not the small batch. Sorry, the barrel proof. If you can get them in at a good price, yeah, you can find a barrel proof for right around $60-$70.
Jack Daniel's single barrel, right?
Single barrel proof is really good.
That's pretty good. The Jack Daniel's
single barrel proof is awesome. Those are a little bit harder to find though.
Okay.
Yeah, try. I would recommend to you something barrel proof. You haven't had anything too high in percentage, right, beer man?
No.
Try something barrel proof. If you're in that price range, grab something barrel proof, and it'll change your world. It might be a little heaty at first. It might be a little, it might be a little tough to sip on, but you'll get used to it. And once you get used to it, drinking like a barrel proof, everything else is gonna start tasting like.
That's bourbon or whiskey, like both, or just barrel proof in general?
Barrel proof in general. I would say, barrel proof in general. But if you get a barrel proof bourbon for right around that range, it's going to be hard to compete. Like if you drank like 60-something% bourbon and then you drank this Rebel, you'd be like, dude, this is water.
Oh, geez, wow.
Okay. But yeah, if you're in that price range, I would definitely recommend something with a higher percentage.
Nice.
Because that's a good experience for you. Because you have,
or even the Maker's Mark cask strength.
Yeah, there you go. That's a barrel proof too. Yeah,
that's like in the $50 range.
That's easier to find as well. Yeah, you might be able to find that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll wrap this up. We're right around an hour mark here. Thanks again to Bumpy Road Brews, Beer Man, everybody in chat. Cheese Man, shotgun a beer. Cheers. Lucky Schmidt.
Cheers, Lucky. Oh yeah.
Skillhead. Cheers, Skillheads. Angie, Jason Cleveland, Shane Fudge. Appreciate all y'all. Cheech, good to see you. Beer Man, Bumpy, of course. And yeah, we're actually gonna hang out off air for a little bit. If anybody wants to stop by and hang out with us, we'll be here. I'll put that in the chat there. And yeah, there you have it. If there's anything else you guys like to see on my channel, make sure to leave a comment down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my upcoming videos. Lick a beer. Thanks for watching, everyone. Cheers. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.